Hey there, everybody. This is the Bones and Tub Show. We are brought to you by no one in particular, because advertisements suck.
Yeah, they do.
We are brought to you, however, by Catherine, Marie Doherty, Evelyn, and Agris Girl, our 3 patrons at patreon.com/Bones and Tubs. And we don't have, anything else. We're not trying to sell you a mattress. We're not trying to tell you anything about beard oil or...
No special food boxes or anything like that.
No.
We're brought to you, just like PBS, by viewers like you.
And this is the Bones and Tub Show.
The Bones and Tub Show.
And sets another day. Billions will kneel and pray. Anything to aid escape from the world so cold and gray.
And we're back with another episode of Bones and Tubs this week. We're so glad you're here to join us and listen to us talk about all the things that either in passing or we did deep research on during the week. We got some topics for you this week that Bones brought to my attention I thought was fucking awesome.
I got one. I very rarely get excited about anything.
Yeah.
Maybe that's some sort of a diagnosable mental disorder, but I feel very excited about this because I feel like it'll change the world.
Yeah, and this will be the one times I think my descent into ANCAP is every day getting deeper, and it's your fault because when you told me about this, it took me a second to register how important this actually was.
Yeah.
But also got me really excited. Because it could theoretically change the world.
Oh, I know. It fucks me up.
Like,
How?
It could change everything, and it would really be power to the people.
How? Okay. Sorry, I'm setting up this Periscope.
Good.
Of course, like a fucking idiot, I didn't bring a stand for the phone. But no problem. So, I was listening to, I don't know if I'm like you in this way. We've never really talked about it. Or if I'm like anybody else out there. That you're a bit of a podophile.
Yeah.
Not a pedophile.
Podophile.
Where you go from podcast to podcast throughout the week. Mm-hmm. Sifting for topics. Juicy topics.
Trying to find the right ones.
Things that tickle your fancy.
I like to think of topics like potatoes. You know what I mean?
Delicious potatoes.
Trying to find the best potatoes to harvest. Because they're not quite above ground. It's not like going through an apple tree. You got to sift through the dirt to find the good ones.
There's a lot of dirt out there.
There is a lot of dirt out there.
I found this one. I've been listening to, I think I've talked about Jeff Berwick on the show before.
I think you have, yeah.
His Walk and Talk channel. He's got, let's see, the Dollar Vigilante channel, Jeff Berwick channel, and the Anarchast podcast channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can check it out, YouTube or Podcatcher or whatever. But he did one, and it's like, the title is, when will Bitcoin allow for an assassination list? And a Bitcoin kill list, something like that. And his guest on the podcast was Jim Bell. Mm-hmm. His website is jimbellproject.org. And this guy just got out of prison a couple years ago. He got locked up for writing an essay.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, whatever the fuck that means. Because words hurt.
Yeah.
Words are crime. Mm-hmm. Words are thought crime.
Thought crimes. Yeah.
So he, in the 90s, he basically stated that he thought assassination politics was the future. And this was before Bitcoin or any cryptocurrencies, electronic currencies. And the dark web wasn't publicly available yet.
But he said it was the future.
Well, he wasn't talking about those things specifically.
But he said that the
mechanisms for this weren't in place.
Yeah.
This was just an idea.
And what was it called again, for our audience?
Assassination Politics.
Assassination Politics.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can check out his essay at the website or just Google Jim Bell, Assassination Politics. But they've been calling it, because the media will spin the shit out of anything that involves changing the system.
Yeah.
They've called it Kickstarter for Murder, Death by Donation, and a bunch of other fucking awesome names.
Oh, those little fucking coin names. They just like to fucking drop on us.
Right, you little bitches.
We're like those fucking koi fish that Trump threw all the fucking food at, don't we? We just nibble at them. No, give me all the food.
Give me the food.
Give me all the food.
It's a real simple idea, though. And I think it's awesome that he had the thought exercise before this shit was in place. But he was just talking about, what if there was a fund that everybody could chip into, you know?
Yeah.
Let's say that you would take a list of people that you would hate. So like today, modern day, Kim Jong-un, everybody knows that motherfucker is
Back and to the left. Yeah.
we don't like him.
Except people in North Korea.
Because they have to.
It's like the only part of the world where
Yeah.
they don't think he's back and to the left.
Right. His wife has to fake massive orgasms for his tiny little chode that he pounds her with, I'm sure.
But,
So, he theorized basically that there would be a fund that was publicly accessible, and you could add people to the list. Say, like, theoretically, Kim
Yeah.
Jong-un. I'm going to use a lot of these words because I don't want to get a visit black bag in the middle of the night. But
no.
it's all theoretical. It's an essay. And so you would put, allegedly, Kim Jong-un or somebody like that on there that is in control of nuclear weapons. And if enough people didn't like him, they could all chip in enough of this whatever anonymous electronic currency. And let's just say somebody put 1,000 Bitcoin on this dude.
Yeah.
And the prize is given to the person who correctly predicts the date of this guy's death.
Okay.
Yeah. So
if
you don't kill him.
If you invested a lot of money in it,
Yeah.
it's like a big betting pool, right? I mean, that's what I'm getting from
$7
it.
billion, let's just say, some crazy number of electronic currency. And somebody's like, I bet I can predict the day that motherfucker dies.
Yeah.
You know?
And
then somehow they predict that it happens on the right day. If that guy then gets that money,
Yeah.
guess what? No more Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
And this guy theorized that with this in place, it wouldn't be up to the 51% to vote who goes into office.
Yeah.
Just another fucking suit in charge of a fucking machine that has nuclear weapons. Enough nuclear weapons to kill the planet millions of times over, right? Mm-hmm. And make it glow in the dark.
Yeah.
So he thought, like, you know, he should get the Nobel Peace Prize for this because this could completely obliterate war. It would obliterate terrorism because terrorism is attacking innocent people for the crimes of their government.
Yeah.
It would get rid of war, terrorism, and nuclear weapons.
Because I feel like it's because in its own way, it's a type of terrorism. But I think there's a difference because here's the thing, like, terrorism is hurting innocent people to, in some fucking strange way, try to hurt the government.
Yeah.
Right.
Or, I mean,
see, that's the thing. It always, I don't know why they keep doing it because it always does the opposite of what they want it to do.
I mean, I guess it's not all terrorism, technically. I mean, like 9/11, that was government, whatever.
Yeah.
But let's just say some, jihadi tries to blow up a fucking truck, an army truck or whatever. Most likely the army paid that guy to do that.
Yeah.
And then
So what if you, like, because you could do this theoretically, like, say right now, at the start of it, put money on the head of ISIS. Let it be known, even to his own followers.
Yeah. That's the beautiful thing about it, too, because followers might be the ones that take up.
Exactly. Because, like, and it's like you said, like, okay, and what got me excited about this was the fact that the notion of living in a world, one, without any nuclear weapons, them being all just dismantled, taken care of, but also, like, true honesty in our politics.
Oh, absolute honesty.
Because the thing is like, if we smell even a iota of bullshit, oh, guess what? People start predicting the day you're going to die. They start hedging bets on it.
And imagine the leak list, too. There would be other things that pop up on the anonymous dark web or whatever system is in place that these people who are emboldened by the fact that assassination politics is eventually going to be a thing, regardless of what people think, because the market will make it happen.
Now, what are people who are against it saying, like, what's the problem with this?
One of the things I heard that was hilarious was, like, which already exists, by the way. This exists on a very small scale.
But the scale's going to get bigger.
Oh, it has to. The market, I should say.
Well, the Bitcoin market
dictates.
And the cryptocurrency market is only growing. So
yeah. When they announced this, the cryptocurrency market shot up. I think Bitcoin's price went up $3,000 just at this announcement. But one of the arguments is like, well, if we have this assassination politics in order, then somebody's going to fucking put you on it because you cut him off in traffic. Like, okay, so this asshole is going to put $5, $50, $100 on my head in a cryptocurrency because I cut him off in traffic.
Yeah.
Who's going to risk
Yeah.
predicting the day that I
Not
die.
only predicting it, but
For $100.
whoever does it is going to prison. See, that's the thing. That's the linchpin in all this. We still got to understand is that whoever does it is still going to face the law for it.
Right.
But the thing is, it's like at the end of the day, when everybody else is making a shitload of money off of it, what's it gonna? You know what I mean?
He said one of the things that it's not going to be a thing in predicting what will change with assassination politics. It'll be trying to predict what doesn't change. So even like state and local governments,
Yeah.
you know,
Keeping.
they're like, imagine a fictional president in the United States, maybe, that is foolhardy, and reckless with his words.
I think I know someone like that.
Nope, this is fictional.
Okay. All right.
But that he's in control of this massive nuclear arsenal, right?
Okay.
And then they just tell him, like, hey, dismantle the nukes. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, guess what? You made the list.
Yeah.
And let's just say they plug whoever it is. I'm sorry. Correctly predict the day that guy dies.
Now-
Nobody calling for violence, but he gets predicted. And then the next guy comes in, and they're like, hey, dismantle the nukes.
Yeah.
And he's going to think about it a lot harder than the first one did.
That's true. Now, here's the only question I have is there still parts of the world where Bitcoin hasn't infiltrated markets? Because I feel like there has to be hermit governments and hermit kingdoms that have tried to keep it out.
I'm sure they could. A lot of places have tried to ban it, but it's math. You know? It's like trying to say algebra is fucking illegal.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Don't get caught doing algebra.
Yeah.
But you can literally, like, if you have set up a Bitcoin wallet or a Litecoin wallet or whatever, like, they're probably going to have to use a different currency. They probably won't use Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It'll have to be one that's completely untraceable. There's one called Zcash that's completely anonymous.
Makes me think of John Wick.
Yeah.
You know,
like the gold coins. Yeah,
like
that's
they
what
have
I
the
thought
gold
too.
coins. Yeah, and you just get a text, like, imagine you're part of the network and you get a text on your phone and it says, like, looks like there's 100,000 Bitcoins on such and such's head. Unless he
Predict some death.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's pretty interesting. There, I think I might have to do something about this.
Right.
Because I mean, think about it. Even if you don't get the money, it's untraceable. So you could just give the account information to your family.
For sure.
Bing bang boom.
Yeah.
Your family's taken care of.
If you set up a crypto wallet before, you can have them anywhere from like ones that are tied to national banks or ones that are literally just you write them down.
Yeah.
It's like this last one that I got that I haven't used yet. It gives you a password to like activate it on another device in case that one gets lost or stolen or whatever.
Yeah.
But in order to get into this, you just memorize a sentence of words or a series of words, and that's your password.
Yeah.
Impossible for someone to hack, but impossible also for you to forget if you've memorized it.
I like this.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Hashtag ANCAP. Hashtag why haven't we done this yet?
I'm starting to feel it finally. Like,
Think about it this way too. We have so much proof of the government's fuckery.
that's the thing, and that's the other thing. Like, I mean, the government's been fucking with us as long as any corporation ever has.
If this shit had been in place, do you think we would have still been fighting the release of the JFK files however many years after he died?
That's true.
No.
They would have been released like
Truth.
day one.
Yeah. One of my favorite sayings from this podcast with Jim Bell was, an armed society is a polite society, but an AP society is the most polite society.
Yeah.
Because assassination politics makes everybody honest as fuck.
Yeah. You have no choice.
Right.
You have to be honest.
And like think too, like just a thought exercise. What wouldn't change?
Yeah.
How many of us, anything that you bitch about, that you hear everybody else bitch about, like the criminal justice system, for instance.
How about this? Okay, let's take it into for all of our friends who aren't ANCAPs, who are lean more liberal and hate corporations.
Yeah.
Think about it like this. Okay, like when that one company raised the price of EpiPen by like.
Oh yeah.
Okay. How easy would it be to fucking start hedging bets on how the motherfucker who made that choice gets a fucking price put on their head?
Yeah. He doesn't get some punk ass, lawsuit.
Yeah.
He just doesn't wake up.
Yeah. There ain't,
Allegedly.
and that's the thing you got to remember. This kind of system is so it's so underground, it's so secret. They don't know who these people are who are part of it.
Yeah.
So like, it could be an associate of yours is part of it.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Somebody in your administration.
So, like, say, like, the person who decided to raise EpiPen, they're, like, that person's secretary looks on their fucking phone.
Yeah.
Okay. And just pulls a little fucking...
There's an app that's created that, like CoinCap, that I check occasionally to see the price of crypto, and it's like, oh, somebody in your nearby area has a contract.
She goes off their fucking... She goes in the bathroom, takes off her fucking pantyhose, walks into his office, acting like he has to tell him something, gets behind him and just fucking throttles him to fucking death.
Yeah. Not before she predicted that he died that day, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, fuck. It would change everything. It would bring complete and utter transparency and honesty to every facet of our existence.
Yeah.
Whether it be private, public, or whatever.
Anything. Yeah. If you've got, like, let's say that everybody, one of my favorite arguments against anarchy is that everything is lawless, right? But here's the thing that took me a little time to understand. That's brainwashing.
Yeah.
So anytime that you turn the TV on, right, and you see, like, Antifa when they were burning shit down in Berkeley or wherever, the news slips it in there. They say, oh, it's total anarchy in the streets.
Yeah.
Anarchy just means no leader.
Yeah.
It means you're not a slave.
Yeah.
But they're using the mass media machine against you. That's another area of brainwashing that I had to remove.
Hello. Little Tubbs decided to come in on the conversation.
Yes.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm going to ask you what you're doing.
We're recording a podcast.
Yeah, we're talking about changing the world here.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Just for you.
In future generations.
What are you doing?
Apparently Octonauts was not enough.
Cheers.
Octonauts was not enough to subdue him.
Hey, bud, why don't you go back inside and go play with toys?
I think I'm going to watch Octonauts.
That's fine. Watch Octonauts.
That's the spirit.
Okay. Need to check, make sure everything was all right.
That's good. I like to see that he just shows up because...
The only thing that scares me about it slightly, imagine, like, even if no one would go through with the contract because it's not enough money, but someone that doesn't like you being... just your name being put on the list is a little bit fucking jarring.
Oh, I'm sure, but it would also... I mean, like I said, the AP society is the most polite. So if you saw yourself on there for $50, you might change your fucking attitude a bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. I saw something... Not to change the subject for a minute, but I figured I'd get this out there because I know I want to talk about it on the show. I saw someone, a friend of mine, who posted this dumbass shit where they said, keep in mind that the people who wrote the Second Amendment also decided that a slave was only 3/5 of the person. And I was going to comment on it.
Yeah.
Because I knew right away I was about to call bullshit. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, there's not there is truth, but there's not truth in there. It was a twisted truth, right? So I went to comment, but someone had already said what I wanted to say. Yeah, and that was, yes, that's true, but those same people that you just derailed are the same people that allowed you to criticize your government and our government in the first place. Yeah. Because those same people wrote every other single amendment to the Constitution. Exactly. Or the Bill of Rights. Right. So shut the fuck up.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah. Your ability to bitch about one thing allows you to stay alive and the government not to come into your house and fucking kill you for it.
Yeah, because you just said that and you didn't get fucking black bag.
Yeah. So shut up.
Which might offer us a little bit of protection because this guy, like I said, went to prison for writing this. I'd hate to think that I'm going to go home and get black bag for talking about it.
Where was he from?
He lives currently in Vancouver, Washington. The podcast was recorded, I believe he was in Prague at the time.
Now, where was he when he got arrested? In the U.S.?
That I don't know. I didn't look into it that far.
I feel like he couldn't get arrested in the U.S. for just writing an article.
I'm pretty sure it was in the United States.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think.
I mean...
Don't correct me by putting me on the list, but...
Yeah, please don't put us on the list.
He said a lot of funny shit, too, that made me nervous. Like, he would talk about this guy that, I guess he was having a lot of... I might fuck this story up. But I think he got an email that was anonymized through the dark web. Mm-hmm. And it was by this guy who was like, hey, let us, give us a press release and I'll release this to a bunch of media. Right? Mm-hmm. And then he came back and was like, I need more information. Which makes me think he's a government troll. Yeah. Just, trying to get information. But this guy didn't do what he said. He didn't publish it. And he said he effectively made my... I don't know if I should say this. He made my not a nice person list. Oh, okay. And Jeff Berwick was like, I hope that's not your kill list, but...
Maybe.
See, just...
Maybe.
Don't be a...
Back into the left. Yeah. It's that easy. Whoopsie!
Yeah, for sure.
Jesus Christ, I hit the pop filter.
Bam.
Okay, so I love this idea.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking amazing. I think it brings levels of truth. And the thing, and at the end of the day, it's like, as a humanist, should I be proud of something that literally diminishes the not quality, but human life itself? But the problem is like the motherfuckers who are on those lists, as far as I'm concerned, have in my eyes who would end up on that list have already, in my eyes, diminished themselves as human beings in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, and they obviously, and a lot of them, when we talk about politicians and CEOs and shit like that, don't see us as people anyways.
Right, yeah. I think it's not going to diminish life. It's going to distill the shit out of the mix.
Yeah.
We've got so many people that they're like the apex predator. They have mastered the art of deception to the fact of acting like a good person when really they just want to sell everybody out.
Yeah.
It's basically purging the cancer, in my mind.
But, I mean, considering what else is going on, where I saw some stupid-ass article the other day that said that nearly 2/3 of 20-year-olds want some form of communism, fascism, or socialism.
I wonder if that ties to the BuzzFeed thing you told me about. The chemical warfare that we're all under, and they all have, like, drastically reduced testosterone rates.
Yeah.
Therefore, they feel like they need a daddy to take care of them as they dress up like furries and
do all that
fuck
shit.
each other in the butt.
I mean, fuck furries.
Yeah.
We've always been about fuck them. Not literally. We like not using our bodies on them.
I made a slight furry video. Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
I didn't make it public, though, because I wasn't sure.
I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, you might not want to make that one public. I watched it and I laughed, but then I was like, okay, considering where the era we live in right now.
Yeah.
You consider, like, just like with the shooting in Texas.
Right.
Like.
That guy was
he took pictures and put them on Facebook of his rifle a few days before.
Now this is something I want to say about that motherfucker, right? Mm-hmm. He attacked that church because that's where his
ex-mother-in-law was.
Right. His ex-parents-in-law or whatever were members. So this guy was a reject from the military. Mm-hmm. Did you know that he beat her and beat that child so badly that he fractured the child's skull?
So here's the question. How the fuck... I mean, in all honesty, how the fuck was he able to get a gun?
The criminal justice system's fucked. That's why. Because he fractured a child's skull and they left it a misdemeanor.
Here's us two fucking ANCAP libertarian types talking about, gun control at spacious levels here.
But it's not even... See, that's the thing. It's a slippery slope because the media is trying to spin it in a gun control. I even saw some...
Back it to the left.
Say, well, if he didn't have that modified pistol grip, he wouldn't have had such accuracy. Listen here, motherfucker. Like, they even talk shit about the AR because they went through the history of how it was made for military use. Military, right? Well, the guy that shot him with a fucking AR.
Yeah. So, what now?
So if you limit the firearms usage...
So a conscientious citizen...
Yeah.
Who
stopped a psychopath.
Yeah.
Who had a history of animal abuse, and he fractured a kid's skull.
So basically what you're saying is if anybody failed in this whole system, it was the government.
Yeah, the government failed. Because
there are in fact checks and balances from stopping people like him from owning actual legal firearms.
Right. Well, I don't know if... I'm sure the criminal justice system would be radically changed under an AP system, but Assassination Politics system. Under the AP system, a guy that fractures a child's skull is probably not going to live very long.
Oh yeah, I would go on to say not only that, but pedos.
Yeah, anybody that's the thing too. A pedophile will get out of prison.
Yeah, they'll
let a pedophile out 2 or 3 times.
Okay, so would this be filed?
This motherfucker didn't even get a felony.
Is this filed under mob justice then, when it comes to the AP, the Assassination Politics?
But look at, real quick, the criminal justice system we have in place will free a pedophile multiple times.
But somebody who gets caught with, like, shit that
marijuana
grows in the fucking ground.
Yeah, marijuana or drugs.
You know what? And I was
mandatory minimums.
I was talking to somebody about this the other day, not to get into drugs again, because we've talked about drugs a bunch of times.
But it's warranted.
I get into these fucking heated arguments with people about this shit, where they're like, well, they talk about the slippery slope with that.
Shut the fuck up.
And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you know what? From day to day, I don't have a say in what you put in your body.
Yeah, and you shouldn't.
Okay? I don't care what it is. But here's the thing. If you can't fucking control your habit, and you're gonna try to feed your habit with my fucking property, wealth, or everything I have.
Or they feed their habit and they kill you in a car accident. You know, you
Exactly.
got some motherfucker nodding out on heroin that decides to drive into your lane while he's riding the dragon. Fuck him.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it on the show already. If you're new to the show and you haven't listened to our back catalog yet,
check out the drug
season
war.
1, check out the War on Drugs one. We went over it a bunch of times, and we talked about other countries that have tried different alternatives. And I think in the thing you sent me about Assassination Politics, they talk about the War on Drugs.
Yeah.
And how you can end it overnight.
Right.
With this.
Drug policy. Yeah. Anybody that's ahead of a drug policy that'll lock somebody up for a chemical. I mean, fuck. I have a hard time having a conversation with any person that will tell me that it's a slippery slope. Because you know what? You obviously are too stupid to understand history. Yeah. Look what happened with the fucking alcohol prohibition.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Everybody walks around with more computing power than NASA had in the 70s in their pocket. Yeah. And you can't tell me that you can't be bothered to put down Candy Crush long enough to fucking figure out.
Prohibited alcohol created the most intricate and organized criminal system that our country and basically other countries have ever seen before.
Yeah.
Not to the extent where even when Prohibition ended, that didn't stop them because they had by that point diversified their means of money and figured out other ways. I mean, look at the Kennedys.
Yeah.
They became what they were because their dad was a bootlegger. Mm. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can I fucking say about that?
What more do you need?
What more do you fucking need? Like, they diversified their options. So
diversify your bonds.
Back into the left. I mean, they're still like mob dudes, tied up into other shit, waste management and fucking unions and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's still a presence there, but a lot of them just rolled over into being corporations.
Yeah. They just went above the board.
Yeah.
That's the goal of the crime.
They,
you get
quote unquote, went legit.
Yeah, get your weight up and turn legit. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
But, a pedo could ruin a child's, destroy a childhood.
Yeah. There's one in particular that I can think of that I heard about from someone else.
It's like we have our priorities mixed up. Like, we keep this war on drugs going. Specifically, the big part is to protect children, correct?
Oh, that's fucking horseshit. Every time I hear that.
I mean, that's what they say.
Right.
So you gotta, I'm not saying I buy that.
Yeah, but how many times have you had alcohol in the house that your child, if you didn't properly control the chemical, could have got into and killed himself?
Well, I try not to keep it. I try to keep it out of his reach.
I'm not exactly. You control it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You don't have fucking heroin sitting around on a coffee table.
There are people that do, though.
And they're fucking shitheads.
Yeah, and they deserve everything.
And heroin's illegal.
Because the thing is, okay, if a cop busts down a door, god damn, dude, this fucking road soda's got me going.
Jones soda.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
So, like, if a cop busts through a fucking person's house and they nail them for the heroin on the table instead of having children around with the heroin on the table.
Yeah.
To me, having the children around with the heroin just sitting out where they could get to it is a far graver crime than having heroin in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because you've introduced it to somebody who's supposed to be your ward.
Yeah, your ward.
Like, the only true scenario where one person should have at least some semblance of power over another is when it comes to a parent and a child. Yeah. Because they're their wards. Like, oh god, I'm gonna get off a tangent. We're gonna talk about some other shit. Because I saw something the other day about fucking, it was, this fucking video that was supposed to be geared towards children from the LGBTQ plus community.
Did I send you that?
Teaching them about consent.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What was that channel called so they can check it out?
I don't even know.
Oh man, I meant to talk about that.
Okay,
I completely
so
forgot. They theme it like a TV show for kindergartners. It's in like a classroom with all these bright colors.
Now, here's the thing. I was thinking about it. There is consent you can teach to a child. Like, but here's the thing. I teach my son, don't unwarrantedly touch somebody.
Yeah, right.
Okay? Don't let somebody unwarrantedly touch you.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's as far as consent goes with me.
That's different than what they're trying to teach.
I'm not going to teach, but that video is fucking different.
Ooh-wee.
And it's not teaching that. It's teaching them sexual consent.
That same channel will teach them all about like being a transsexual and how to fucking apply a condom with a with a mouth, you
Like,
know.
and I see this shit, and it makes my fucking nose bleed. I'm knocking in the shit. This episode's gonna be good, but it's gonna be
I
sloppy.
love road sodas,
Okay,
Jones sodas.
So, I saw this thing where one of the stars of Stranger Things, she's a 13-year-old fucking girl,
Yeah.
got named one of the sexiest stars in Hollywood.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who made that decision?
Well, if we've seen anything else with what was that? Kevin Spacey.
Oh my god!
It's just like it's funny because it's all being released. This leads me to something interesting, real quick. Let me go on this tangent. You know how over the last couple of years, I wouldn't even say that long. Here recently, we've started to see these pedophiles and these sexual predators be unleashed, right?
Yeah.
Because they're purging. Somebody is at the top of something, and they are purging the system.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. I don't think it should shock anybody that pedophilia is at the top of control centers in Hollywood or in politics.
Yeah.
So...
it killed me. Like, I saw
but
that.
it's,
And I was
how are
like,
they still normalizing?
I was like, you are perpetuating the pedo culture with this nonsense. Like,
Sexiest... Shut the fuck
a
up.
13-year-old. Come on,
You're
big dog.
Fuck off, man.
You're either like the most, goddamn. You're one of the most
Powerful.
I can't even think of the word. Damn, road soda's got me going.
Some egregious shit.
Egregious or oblivious. Like, you either have to be the most oblivious motherfucker in the world.
I don't think they should talk about how she's sexy, but she's a pretty girl.
But the fucked up part, that was like a group of people got together and decided that.
Yeah.
That wasn't just one person.
Group of pedophiles.
One sick pedo.
Probably at BuzzFeed.
Probably. For fuck's sake. They got me going today.
I know.
They got me going.
Glad I could bring it out of you, though.
Yeah.
I told you a while back I was going to hit you with this ANCAP poison. I'm glad to see it's finally hit your your central nervous system.
I just can't anymore, man. I'm at the
Can't
breaking
do
point.
it. Yeah.
Like, I saw. Okay, so I think, and there's other things geared towards. Let's hit on consent for a minute there, and the age of consent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I saw something the other day where, and this is in England, mind you, they're trying to lower the voting age, and I feel like it's almost it's a veiled attempt at lowering the age of consent as well, because I feel like by lowering the voting age, you're lowering people's expectations of what's considered an adult.
You know, England's going through that pedophile party right now. I can't remember the name of it, but they've got a whole party, a political party designated to lowering the age of consent to like 9.
I don't try to borrow words from the Islamic religion too much, but I am one more fucking proud pedophile away from starting a goddamn jihad.
See, now, here's the thing.
For real.
One of our listeners coined this hashtag.
What was
it? Elmo.
What did he say?
Hashtag WBJ. White boy jihad.
I mean, fuck, man. I mean, what else are we going to do? Like, I'm changing this shit from you can't suffer a witch to live to you can't suffer a pedo to live.
Right.
I'm fucking done with it, man.
Yeah.
I'm done. Do not, anybody out there listening right now, please put forth the effort. If you see some stupid shit like this, call them the fuck out.
Right. Send it to us so we can burn it down.
This isn't a fucking conservative issue. This isn't a fucking liberal issue. This
don't fuck kids issue.
This is an authoritarian or libertarian. This is a all humanity issue.
Yeah.
Fucking APB bulletin. Fucking get the shit out there. Stop these motherfuckers. Fuck them and fuck their fucking sick fucking minds.
Yeah. See, but this is what happens when you stick them in a system that's geared towards releasing a pedophile because they've been rehabilitated. Finger quotes.
Should not suffer them to live.
Rehabilitation is horseshit.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's a game and it's a money grab. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
You want to know how you stop a thief? Cut off one of his hands. You know? Not to, once again, lend from our Islamic friends.
I was going to say, holy fuck, are we coming full circle?
Allahu Akbar!
Yeah, I was going to say, welcome to the Bones and Tubs show!
Yeah. The next time you see us on Periscope, we look, well, we wouldn't, but our women that come in the room occasionally would look like,
jobs on and
they would look like umbrellas at Chipotle.
I mean, both have beards.
I mean, all we gotta do is get rid of these fucking
back into the left
mustaches, and we're already there.
I'll just wear my, if I go to full, like, if I wore my men's nightgown and put a vest over it,
you'd have to cover it in dirt
and wore a kufi.
Yeah,
I'd be almost ready to go.
We'd be imams.
Here's your Buns and Tubs daily call to prayer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it racist?
Doesn't matter.
Is it bigoted?
It's not a race. It's a religion of violence. And
I mean, are we just making fun of religion
don't
now?
they fuck kids too?
Yeah.
So we're just bashing pedophiles.
Yeah.
As far as I know, that's still cool.
I mean, they don't... I don't think all of them do.
Yeah.
I was talking to
No, just the extremists.
Well, I was talking to somebody the other day about the nuances of, like, why the United States has basically tried to fuck and destroy every secular Muslim country. Like, every country that has a secular government, where, like, they know to separate government from politics, or, that's stupid as fuck. Oh,
double negative.
Road sodas, fuck. Separate religion and government, right?
Yeah.
Just like the United States is supposed to be.
Right, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Even though we're on the list now. It's funny because, like you said, they want to destroy the seculars, right?
Yeah.
But what do they promote mostly with this whole? If you've noticed, like the worldwide call to "you're an asshole if you don't accept immigrants," they're taking in the extremists. They're promoting extremist ideologies.
Oh,
but yet they get rid of the secular governments.
You know, I was talking to someone the other day, and I said, you know, I mean, the writing's on the wall. ISIS is on its heels. It's about to get fucking officially, basically taken down, right?
Yeah.
I was like, but here's the thing. I was like, you got to realize thousands and thousands of soldiers in ISIS have already went home.
Yeah.
And they were giving a standing order by their leaders before they went home. Fuck shit up.
Yeah, tear it down.
So it's far from over because it's going to be happening on our front. It's going to be happening on our doorstep here soon.
Right.
Because
it's fine.
I mean, they had the dreams of 1,000-year caliphate, so it's not over for them.
That's the thing when you allow the government to lend your name to a fucking campaign of just blowing up weddings and destroying countries.
Yeah,
you're allowing yourself to become the victim. You know, especially when you have a two-pronged attack with a liberal society that's trying to ban fucking bump stocks. Yeah. You know? Like, let's take away the sheep's, you know, any claws that they might have. You know, let's declaw them.
I mean, and it just like I was telling the other day, I was like, I don't know what their end game is. I was like, because every stable, secular Islamic country has been fucked with by us.
The governments, and I use that term globally, the global government's idea is to increase so much destabilization that they have absolute control.
But the thing is, it's like the only country still standing, and in reality, one of the strictest countries that we are like hobnobbing with, we're out in the open allies with, and they are not a secular government, is Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, we love giving them arms deals.
Like, what the fuck? I mean, we're not friends with Iran, but they're not a secular government either.
Right. Tasty.
You know?
Oh, well, they were secular.
Turkey
weren't they secular until we involved ourselves over there?
Well, back in this, no, we were. Great Britain was heavily involved with them in the 70s, 60s, basically everything from forever, and they were involved with them, and then they caught on to the fact that everything their government was, even though it was a secular government, even though Iran was one of the most Western countries in the Middle East when it came to like how they did things.
Yeah.
They realized that everything they had was puppets. So they fucking flushed it all out.
Yeah.
And started their own fucking, you know, their own regime, their own fucking caliphate.
These problems brought to you by the government.
Yeah.
Just another call to action for some.
There's other countries, I mean, well, see, Turkey's going down that bad road to desecularization too. Because Turkey has been a secular government since like the 1920s. Like, in all reality, after the fall of Rome, and we have to give Turkey credit on this, they basically, like, held up civilization there for a bit. Like, the Ottoman Empire, like, kept shit going.
Is that why you see so much anti-Turkey fucking nonsense in the media? When
Probably.
they talk about them, like, they're a haven for terrorism, they're just kind of priming the wheels for the next country to invade.
See, that's the problem, is that they were a lot more secular. They're not anymore.
I'm sure we had nothing to do with that.
They've gone down the slippery slope of becoming another Islamic, what's that word? God, road so
Caliphate.
No, not caliphate.
No? Theocracy?
Theocracy. A theocracy.
Yeah.
Instead of like a government ruled by religious law, instead of a government ruled by the laws of men. The rule of law.
See, again, I'm going to plug it, and I'm going to inject my penis-shaped stinger into you one more time. But anarchy, just means you don't need a leader. You know, we all know what's right.
Yeah.
We all can collectively come together as self-governing individuals.
But do you think there are people that are there's people like you and people I'm starting to turn over, but I feel like there's people that always want to be collective instead of like.
Well, you can still form it's like a society,
loose association.
Well, think about it this way.
You're thinking it more like a confederacy.
I'm not talking about. I should say I'm talking about a system where we don't elect people who argue back and forth about what they're going to do with fucking 30 or 40, 50% of our income. Mm-hmm. We're not going to take the income. Have you heard of Liberland?
Liberland, yeah.
The country that is between, I forget where, Croatia and somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was an uncontested, I guess it was Liberland was an anarchist flag attempt, I guess. There was this area of land that was uninhabited and unclaimed by two countries. I want to say Croatia and somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And due to their standing agreements where they had become allies, that in order for either of them to claim that land, they would have to go to war with one another. And they were like, nah, it's cool. So an anarchist went over there and laid a black and yellow flag and said, we'll take it.
I've actually heard of this before. I just saw the flag.
Yeah.
And I was like, I get it now.
Ding.
Okay.
Yeah.
It clicked with me. I realized what it was. It's between Serbia and Croatia, if you want to look up, on the western bank of the Danube.
So what's interesting about them is they've implemented a tax system which is anti-anarchist, right? Mm-hmm. But it's a voluntarist tax system.
So you voluntarily pay your taxes.
I guess the idea is that if you volunteer to pay a certain amount of taxes, then you get business credits or something. It's positioned itself in such a way where they've gotten enough money to put up... now I'm having the fucking road set a problem.
Yeah.
Diplomatic areas.
Like embassies?
Yeah, embassies.
Okay.
They've set up embassies in several countries, and they're slowly gaining recognition from other countries. If they get enough of these countries to accept them as a city, or as a state, rather, it's going to become the new Hong Kong.
Now, do they vote?
I'm sure everything in there is involved in a...
Do they have a representative government, or is it...
Yeah, they have ambassadors, and they have...
what's their... Is it, parliamentary, or is it...
I don't know these things. I just know that they're basically like what we set out to be, except more or less government than the United States was founded upon. Hashtag anarchist wet dream.
Yeah, as I say.
But they literally have it positioned in such a way that there's billions of dollars promised to pour into this area. Like, it's going to be a Hong Kong. It's just going to be a business capital.
It's an ANCAP's dream. Right. So,
And their whole idea is just be basically an anarchist society, but they're all going to come together.
Can we move there? Would we have to learn a different language?
I don't think so.
It's between Croatia and Serbia.
Yeah, but I don't think
I vouch if we went, we would have to bring the Mad Russian with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like at least for a little while, so he'd get us acclimated. I'm not trying to pigeonhole the Mad Russian, but I feel like he would be able to set us up with Serbians and Croatians, because we're not quite them. Right. We're sort of them, but we're not quite them.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I just think that in order, if you had, a neighborhood where you just think about your neighbors, right? In the ideal neighborhood or in the ideal community, you're each going to be good at some things, or you're each going to have some passions. You're going to have some things that you enjoy doing. You might have a garden where your neighbor has some sort of shop where he builds things, right? You're going to trade your goods for their goods. It's going to be a voluntary society where you volunteer your services for trade for another, and you're not being taxed to death by some cocksucking government that decides to come in and they're like, well, we decided that we need you to pay us 40% of your income for, the good of everyone.
Yeah.
Suck a dick.
Redistribution of wealth.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
That's one thing that disappointed me most with Trump is that he hasn't, I've heard a lot of talk about changing the taxes and all this, but...
Listen,
just another suit.
Here's the thing I've come to the conclusion with Trump. I'm not afraid of him. He doesn't scare me. But at the same time, I think I know what he's in for now. He's trying to help his buds out.
Yeah.
He's trying to get his buds to pay less money on taxes. I think that's what it is.
He's really good at paying lip service to the people that elected him, though. I heard him come out, and he said the right things that I agreed with this Texas massacre in the church.
Yeah.
He's like, there will be no gun control that spawns from this. This was a mental health issue. This was not a firearms issue. Basically paid lip service to the fact the guy that shot him used the same kind of rifle,
Yeah.
Did
you see that dude?
Yeah.
Oh, man. If I saw... and it makes me feel bad, because I looked at him, I was like, man, if I saw him on the street, I'd probably think he was scum.
Yeah.
Then you realize, dude's a fucking hero.
Right.
Makes you think twice about.
Yeah, the whole book and cover argument.
Yeah.
But that fucking guy that shot up those people in that church, he reminded me of several people we went to high school with. You know?
I mean, I tell you what, man, like, do you ever get the feeling like the longer we go, shit's going to be coming home to roost here soon?
I think it's, yeah. I mean,
Like,
we're in a fucking society right now that normalizes pedophilia.
Like, I feel
And
like we're on the cusp of the proverbial red wedding here.
a government that denies us access to, you know, chemicals and things, but yet are the same government that brings the shit across the borders and gives it to us. Like,
Yeah.
we are a mentally ill society.
Yeah.
And there's only, I would say, a small percentage of us know what's going on.
Like, maybe, what if they're really high, like, what if there's a correlation between all these mass shooters that they're not really letting us know? Like, can you FOIA their, like, medications and stuff like that?
I'm sure.
Because I was thinking about
You
the other day,
can't.
I was like, what if there was a correlation between all these guys and, like, you find out that they all have a prescription for Prozac or
I'm
something?
sure they're all SSRI'd up.
Like, for real.
Yeah. Low testosterone rates, SSRIs, and fucking Antifa ideology. Just for the fact, I don't want to say Antifa caused it, but I will say that it's the same low testosterone group mentality fucking Marxist nonsense that drives these people to do their fucking bullshit. You know?
We're living in a beta cuck world, aren't we?
Yeah. This is what happens when you fucking go for how many years were they on that nonsense where they were like, stop eating saturated fats and quit cholesterol. Those are the two things that a male needs to create testosterone.
Listen, I'm going to be the first one to say this. I've been working out for about a month and a half now.
Swole.
And I've been losing weight, gaining muscle, doing God's work.
Yeah.
And I have not changed my diet whatsoever. Losing that weight.
Yeah, getting it down, getting it up,
I eat what I want to eat
getting it
because
down.
it tastes good.
Waking up to a fucking obsidian problem.
Yeah. Every day.
Yeah.
Because I found the key is it's not, I mean, I didn't say eating right. I think I eat right.
Yeah.
Right? I don't gorge on just like nasty shit.
We eat our
processed
grandparents'
sugar.
diet.
You know what I mean? Like,
Lard.
no, see, that's the thing. Yeah, my grandma,
Bacon.
she lived on fucking lard, and she kept chocolate and candy in her goddamn refrigerator that she'd munch on all the time.
Yeah. You know, two of the best things that I've found that are great for post-workout,
What's that?
and it's a true story. Coors Light. Because 1 or 2 Coors Lights has a better hydration factor. They found this out at University of Georgia study that alcohol consumption, mild alcohol consumption, anything less than 3 drinks will give you better hydration than a Gatorade or water directly after workout. And fucking gummy bears because they're pure dextrose to replace the glucose stores that you used.
So, like, and that's the thing, like, I eat what my body craves. Sometimes it craves vegetables, so I eat vegetables. Sometimes,
I almost said penis.
you know,
Sorry.
it just happens sometimes.
I hear the door.
Yeah.
I hear a child and
We're
around.
getting another introduction. Oh, here it comes.
He's naked. He's not really naked.
I need to watch Octonauts again.
Need to watch what?
Octonauts again?
You need to watch Octonauts again?
Do you want to do a pause?
Yeah.
How about you? We're almost done. So.
Okay.
Okay, well, how about you go inside and I'll come in a couple minutes and turn it back on?
Wait, like 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
And when it gets 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, and I'll get the time.
Yeah. I mean, in 5 minutes. Okay, just stay inside. Don't come back out here until I come in.
He basically said that if you're not back in there in 5 minutes, he's burning this garage down.
He's going to beat that ass.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to do.
He can burn this garage down, but he can't figure out to press X to replay.
Yeah.
It's the struggle that we all go through at that age.
But yeah, I think like I've gotten to a place in my life when it comes to food where I eat when I want to eat and I eat what my body wants.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what it is. I mean, I'm not going to eat garbage. You know, if my body says eat a whole bag of Doritos, I might go ahead and ignore it
Yeah.
and not eat a whole bag of Doritos.
You probably don't need that monosodium glutamate in your life.
Exactly. You know, but I might replace it with something else that's a little bit better. But because the thing is, before, I think where I fell off the rails before is I was going at it with diet, extreme diet, and exercise. And it would burn me out so fucking fast. But now that I'm just exercising, I mean, and I'm going every day.
Yeah.
Not every day. I'm going strong every time I go.
Yeah.
I only go 3 days a week.
That's healthy.
But here's the thing. I'm getting to the point now where even on my off days, I'm like starting to think, not doing it, but starting to think, kind of want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my muscle regeneration's getting better. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm almost to the point where I'm going to be going on more than 3 days a week. But I don't want to burn myself out either. So.
Right. You don't want to do that. You need recovery time, but I mean, that's what you switch it up for.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's good.
Plus, I mean, the Y is kind of like yesterday. I wasn't in a good mood there because it was really crowded.
Yeah,
and I don't like a crowded gym.
Right.
Because I like freedom of movement. Because I like to like diversify when I'm lifting.
Yeah.
And like go to different stations. The problem is with a shitload of people, you can't really just jump from one to another over and over again.
To modify your own shit to
exactly.
accommodate everybody
else. And then you
else.
have to awkwardly walk around and wait if somebody's on a piece of equipment that you want to use.
That they get off of that's still sweaty that they don't wipe down.
Yeah. Well, I always keep my towel with me.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah.
But other people.
I ain't trying to pass on my, leave my jeans behind.
Yeah, right.
But I love it, like, Wednesday mornings are the best.
Yeah.
There ain't shit there. Like, there's like 3 old people.
There's one thing that's at every gym, though, all the time. And that's old men walking around naked in the locker room.
Oh, every time.
Looking to suck that dude.
Yeah. That's why I come to the conclusion is what they're doing. Because, like, it really doesn't take that long to change your clothes.
No, but they're always there.
Yeah.
You never see them in the gym.
They're always in a state of undress.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, you want to touch it?
Yeah. I mean, it is the why.
I'm not going to stop you if you want to touch it.
It is the why.
Can I touch it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's everywhere, though. I quit going to this one up here, the Eaton Barbell, because it's always packed. It's always got bros.
It feels like, and the reason I joined the Y is, because I was going to join that one, was I feel like it was, because here's the thing, and this might be, because I'm not quite like low-test fancy boy, but I'm not quite, you know, super lunk bro either.
Right, you're not shooting steroids in your fucking asshole every day.
Yeah, because I'm not neither of those. But at the same time, I don't like lifting when there's like fucking 10 dudes all around you. You know what I mean? I just don't like it.
Those guys are hard as fuck, though. The one time I went there that was packed, not only did I not get on what I wanted to get on, but they had Coors Light in the fridge.
Nice.
Because they were about that fucking
Well, you
life.
know, Arnold Schwarzenegger said back in the day when he was Mr. Universe that his post-workout meal was a whole chicken and like 2 pitchers of beer. And milk is for babies.
He had that fucking gym in the woods that basically he paid like 2 models to walk around in bikinis, which I'm sure he railed from time to time between sets. And he drank a pitcher of beer and ate a whole chicken afterwards. Yeah. I mean, that dude's a man.
Back in the day.
Right.
I mean, he's still kind of a man.
I still wouldn't fight him.
But, no. No, he's too strong. He's far too strong.
His old man strength is magnified.
Yeah. He would just like, he would knock you into the wall and do one of those things where you fucking knock a hole in the fucking drywall because he fucked you up so bad.
You know, it's coming up on Thanksgiving and it reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger because the turkey arms, that's what his titties look like. Turkey arm titties, but he'll still beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, he'll fucking wreck you, dude.
Yeah. And then he might have sex with you like you're a bikini-clad model.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that.
He doesn't even care if you got any pleasure out of it either.
No, I am not your king. This will not be over quickly. You will not enjoy this. Yeah.
That's the noise he makes when he comes.
As he fills you up with his protein shake.
Yeah.
You know. Man, that went off the rails quick.
That's okay, though. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I think it was a good... Didn't you want to talk about haircuts or something?
It doesn't matter. I'm just looking at doing some fucking beta male shit, you know?
So, you're gonna shave your head?
Yeah. Just the factory that we work in, we wear hats, you know. The sides and back of my head would be shaved and faded from a skin to a 1, and then I would have like a Justin Bieber on top that I would hide under the hat.
I thought about going... I don't know. I gotta go to the barber because my hair's getting out of control. I am starting to look like... I don't know what. My beard's out of control.
No, see, I've heard closeted remarks that you have a healthy amount of beard envy in the office.
Really?
Yeah.
They're envious of my beard?
I'm not sure about the luscious locks, though, that I just noticed the other day, but I know that the beard game is what I've been told exactly is beard game on point.
Oh, good.
And that was given to me in a hashtag form.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I thought it was starting to get a little bit unruly.
No.
See, this is the point now where I really don't... It's kind of low maintenance. Like, before I was having to, like, cut it so that it was more angled.
Yeah.
But now to this point, it's so large at the bottom, I don't have to worry about the sides anymore because it's going to fill out at a good...
I'm trying to get where you are. I'm at the pedo stage right now.
No, you're past pedo.
Nah, man, look at these cheeks.
Yeah, but
cheeks.
They'll fill in. Do those fill in?
I don't know.
You've never let it get that far?
I have once, but that was the time when I was swimming in a pond of vodka.
I'm going to let you know this now. Like, when it comes to anybody listening, too, because apparently we're still recording.
Yeah. It doesn't stop.
That, like, when a beard gets this long, you're going to notice that it sheds a lot. Like, you shed a lot of hair, and it seems alarming because you're like, fuck, like, at this rate, I'm not going to have a beard left. But a beard is just like any renewable resource. It fills itself back in again.
My problem is I'll sit and contemplate. You know, when you contemplate, you rub it. And you feel
I do that all the time.
But then you feel like the ones that are made out of spider wire.
Oh, yeah.
Fishing line, you yank them out, and the next thing you know, you get a bald spot in your face.
Yeah.
I understand.
Just wait till it gets to the phase where it starts to curl real well.
That's fine. I can't wait.
Like, all this bottom part is just curls. If I, like, brushed it out, it would be even longer than the top.
Yeah. No Shave November really gives me power.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah, it's No Shade in November, and, you know, put this on the show, it's supposed to be about prostate awareness.
Yeah.
So go get your, you know, I'm 30. I should have got my prostate checked out already once.
My boyfriend checked mine yesterday. He said it was,
so you're good.
said it was doing okay.
You're good.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because, I mean, I guess I could go check mine, but I'm pretty sure it's good.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
Get some Vaseline. Check it out.
I pee a lot. You know, it doesn't hurt. It's not hard to pee.
Yeah.
You know.
I got to piss right now.
Do you?
I don't know how much longer we can go.
Okay. Well, we're at 55 right now, so
That's
I mean, but yeah, I mean, go get your prostate checked out if you think you need help.
Yeah, by a professional, not some guy in a Kmart parking lot.
You don't want to get prostate cancer.
No, nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that shit.
No.
You know, just like you don't. I mean, is it just for prostate cancer? Or is it like all men's genital health?
I'm not going to virtue signal. I don't fucking know. I just know that it gives me an excuse not to shave my face and it has something to do with the prostate gland.
Yeah.
You know?
It's also Diabetes Awareness Month.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
For all of you listening out there that don't know, you know, that affects me and my family because my son has type 1 diabetes and, you know, it was a terrible time in my life, but we're over it now. He's 5, you know.
Yeah.
He's going strong. You've heard him twice on the show today.
Right. He's going to be back because it's been over 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Um.
He's going to come back in with a knife.
Yeah, just to finish it out on the Assassination Politics line of thinking, if type 2 diabetes affects your life, put the fork down, figure out a diet change. But if you've got type 1 diabetes and you're waiting on the FDA to release an artificial pancreas, Assassination Politics would really speed that up.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing I guess I have a microphone for this I have a soapbox for the show, so I guess you kind of made me think about one of my biggest pet peeves. And that's that...
FDA?
Well, the FDA is one of them.
Yeah.
And two, and I hate to sound like a SJW on this, but okay, if someone makes a diabetes joke, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll laugh at them. But, like, it's when I tell someone my son has diabetes, type 1 diabetes specifically, and they automatically assume it's because I'm a shitty parent.
Yeah, they're the ones that don't understand the drug war either.
They piss me off.
Yeah.
Because, and this is for all of you out there that don't know, just so you know, type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. That means we had no control over him getting it.
Yeah.
It's genetic and it happens.
Right.
Okay? You know, hopefully there'll be a cure. And that's the reason it affects children. Because type 2 diabetes is for people who lead shitty lives and fucking eat sugary food.
Yeah.
And don't work out and do all that shit.
Truffle shuffle kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not even kids. Kids don't get type 2.
Oh, I see.
Like, because it comes from years of abuse on your body, right?
Yeah.
So, just so you know, we can't help that he has it.
Right.
Stop judging me.
Don't look at me sideways.
Yeah. Because I've about had it with it. A couple years of it, I just swallowed my pride and let it go.
Yeah.
But the next time I see someone look at me sideways, when I tell them my son has type 1 diabetes and looks like I'm a shitty person, you might get popped in the mouth.
Maybe. If I'm there, I'll help you bury the body.
Triggered.
Allegedly.
Triggered.
Yeah.
But
definitely check out the jimbellproject.org. You know, let us know what you thought of the episode. We'd love for you to share us, like, maybe herpes on a drunk night.
yeah. Send us beard pictures, too. We'd love to see them.
Yeah, it's fucking November.
Yeah.
Show us that facial
No
hair.
Shave November.
I mean, are we opening ourselves up to pube shots, too? Because that's kind of a beard.
Fuck it. I'll take it at this point. We'll put it on our Instagram. I don't even care.
Hashtag send nudes. NOODZ. Nudes.
That road soda got me again.
Man, I'm about to piss myself. This will be the first podcast where I have a wet bottom.
All right, so I guess that's the signal, and it's about an hour, so I think we're good.
Yeah. Bones had a baby pee boner. Let's finish this up. Yeah.
So, you know, have a good November. You know, if you want to donate to prostate awareness or the JDRF, which is the Juvenile Diabetes Research Fund, donate to them if you want.
Yeah. If you don't want to give to them, you can give to our Patreon.
Exactly.
We'll keep talking about shit we
Because
just talked about.
I deal with diabetes every day. Anyways, thank you for listening. We'd like to thank Ryan Simpson for letting us use his music on the show.
He'll be on soon.
Yeah, we'd like to thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
We love you.
We really do.
Doors closing.
their eyes on you. They've got their eyes on you. Investigating, anticipating. If you've done nothing wrong, well, it won't be long. These walls transparent, and it's apparent that you can't hide from them. There's no disguise from them, 'cause they're always watching. They're always watching. They've got their eyes on you. They've got their eyes on you. Look into the camera, child. Let's see what fate awaits you. Gaze into the lens, my friend. Let justice swiftly take you. But not my darling, it's not so alarming. Though the mark has been made,